What if the one decision that could transform your health after 40 was not about eating more, but eating less often? Most men over 40 are doing everything right. Eating their 3 meals a day, watching their portions, trying to stay active. And still, the belly fat stays. The energy crashes. The brain fog gets worse. The body just does not respond the way it used to. But here is what nobody is telling you. The problem is not what you are eating. The problem is how often you are eating. And when you switch to eating just once a day, something extraordinary happens inside your body. Something your doctor probably never mentioned. Something that could change everything about how you feel, how you look, and how you age. Today, we are going to walk through exactly what happens to your body, hour by hour, when you eat once a day after 40. And by the time we finish, you will understand why this simple change is one of the most powerful health decisions a man over 40 can make. And what happens between hours 12 and 18 is the most important part of this entire video. Most men never reach this phase. The ones who do experience changes that are almost impossible to believe until you feel them yourself. Stay with me all the way through. Because what happens at the end of this timeline will completely change how you think about food and your body. Before we continue, if this is your first time on Vitality After 40, subscribe right now. We break down the science of what your body actually needs after 40 so you can feel stronger, sharper, and more energetic every single day. Now let us get into it. Hours 0 to 4, the fed state. The clock starts the moment you put down your fork after your one meal of the day. For the first 4 hours, your body is in full digestion mode. Your stomach is working hard, breaking down proteins, converting carbohydrates into glucose, sending nutrients into your bloodstream. Your pancreas responds by releasing insulin. And here is what most men over 40 do not understand about insulin. It is not just a blood sugar regulator. It is a fat storage switch. When insulin is high, your fat cells are locked. It is biologically impossible for your body to burn stored fat while insulin is elevated. The energy from your meal goes into your cells. Any excess gets packed away as fat. For men over 40, this matters even more, because as you age, your insulin sensitivity decreases. Your body takes longer to clear insulin from your bloodstream, which means if you are eating 3 meals a day, your insulin is almost never low enough to unlock your fat stores. But when you eat once a day, you are giving your body something most men over 40 never experience: extended time with low insulin. And that changes everything. Think about how many hours a day your insulin is elevated right now. If you eat breakfast at 8 a.m., lunch at 1 p.m., and dinner at 7 p.m., your insulin barely has time to drop before you eat again. Your fat cells stay locked. Your body never gets the signal to burn what it stored. Hours 4 to 12. The transition phase. Around hour 4 to 6, something shifts. Your blood sugar begins to normalize. Insulin starts to drop. And your brain sends a signal. The easy fuel is running low. This is where you feel the hunger, the slight irritability, the urge to snack. And most men mistake this for starvation. It is not starvation. It is your body switching fuel sources. Like a car that has only ever run on premium gasoline being asked to switch to its backup battery. It stutters at first, but push through this phase, and something remarkable begins. Your liver opens what is called the glycogen wallet. Your stored sugars begin breaking down to keep your blood glucose steady. You are not losing muscle. You are not dying. You are simply using the energy reserves your body has been storing for exactly this moment. For men over 40, this phase is critical, because this is where your growth hormone begins to rise. Unlike younger men, men over 40 experience a significant drop in growth hormone production. But fasting triggers a natural surge, and growth hormone is what preserves your muscle mass, supports fat burning, and keeps your metabolism from slowing down as you age. Here is a fact that will change how you see hunger. The uncomfortable feeling you call hunger is not your body asking for food. It is your body switching to a cleaner, more efficient fuel source. The discomfort is temporary. What comes after it is not. Hours 12 to 18. The fat burning zone. This is the phase most men never reach, and it is the phase that changes everything. Around hour 12, your glycogen stores begin to run low. Insulin has dropped to its baseline, and your body makes a decision. It unlocks the vault. An enzyme called hormone-sensitive lipase activates. This enzyme is the key that opens your fat cells. For the first time in perhaps days, your body begins drawing energy directly from your stored fat. For men over 40, this is extraordinary, because belly fat, specifically visceral fat around your organs, is not just an aesthetic problem. It actively disrupts your testosterone production. It increases inflammation throughout your body. It accelerates aging at a cellular level. When your body starts burning this visceral fat for fuel, you are not just losing weight, you are reducing inflammation. You are improving your testosterone levels naturally. You are giving your heart, liver, and brain a cleaner environment to function in. And this only happens when insulin is low, which only happens when you stop constantly feeding your body. Consider this. The belly fat you have been trying to lose through exercise and calorie restriction is specifically protected by high insulin. You cannot exercise your way out of consistently high insulin. The only way to unlock that fat is to let insulin drop. And the most powerful way to let insulin drop is to eat less often. Hours 18 to 23, the repair phase. This is where eating once a day after 40 becomes truly remarkable. Around hour 16 to 18, a process called autophagy begins to accelerate. Autophagy is your body's cellular cleaning system. It identifies damaged cells, dysfunctional proteins, and cellular debris, and it breaks them down and recycles them. Think of it as your body's internal maintenance crew finally getting to do its job. For men over 40, autophagy is critical, because cellular damage accumulates faster as you age. Damaged mitochondria, misfolded proteins, cellular waste that contributes to inflammation, brain fog, fatigue, and accelerated aging. When you eat once a day, you give autophagy the time and conditions it needs to actually clean house. The result is not just fat loss, it is clearer thinking, more consistent energy, reduced joint inflammation, better sleep. A body that starts to function more like it did a decade ago. Ask yourself honestly, when was the last time your body had more than 12 hours without food? For most men, the answer is rarely or never, which means autophagy, your most powerful anti-aging mechanism, has barely had a chance to activate in years. Eating once a day after 40 is not a diet. It is not starvation. It is not extreme. It is giving your body the extended low insulin window it needs to burn fat, to produce growth hormone, to unlock stored energy, to clean damaged cells, to reduce inflammation, to function the way it was designed to function before 3 meals a day and constant snacking became the norm. Hours 0 to 4, your body digests and stores. Hours 4 to 12, your body transitions and begins to burn stored glycogen. Hours 12 to 18, your fat cells unlock and true fat burning begins. Hours 18 to 23, your body repairs itself at a cellular level. This is what happens when you eat once a day after 40. And for millions of men, it is the single most powerful change they have ever made for their health. The question is not whether it works. The question is whether you are ready to try it. Drop a comment below. Have you ever tried eating once a day? What happened? I read every single comment and I want to hear from you. And if you have not subscribed yet, do it now. Vitality. After 40 exists to give you the real science behind feeling your best after 40.